and I'm so glad you guys are here at my Life Under Renovation. I'm Shanna, and today it's kind of gloomy and just yucky outside, and my kids and I are kind of cooped up in the house, so I thought it was the perfect day for a little DIY home decor and also kind of an organizational project. So even better, it will be free because I have all of the supplies that I need. So some of you may have seen these little boxes before if you have children. So it's actually from a little Melissa and Doug wooden cars, like a vehicle car set. Anyways, I'm not sponsored or affiliated with Melissa and Doug. I do love their products, but today I'm going to be using the packaging that those cars and those items came in. So obviously it was free, and I have all the other supplies that I'll need to complete the project. So I hope you guys will come along and join me as I make this like plain empty wooden box pretty, and I'm also going to put it to use upstairs in my kids' bathroom. So my daughter has an extensive amount of nail polish, and some of it was mine, some of it is mine, but she's really like gone crazy with the nail polish and all the colors, the sparkles, all of the things. And so we could use a little organization up there, and also why not make the organization pretty and free. That's the most important part. So I hope you guys will come along with me while I make this little box over, and then when we're all done and it's dried, I will take you guys up and show you how we're putting it to use in the bathroom. So let's go do some crafting and some DIYing on a budget. This project requires very minimal supplies, so obviously the box or whatever item you're going to use, and then some paint, and you can find this at any art and craft store. I got it at Michael's, and then some Mod Podge. This stuff just seals everything in and creates a nice smooth finish. You'll need some scissors or some sort of a paper cutting tool, a pencil to make some marks with, and then just a paintbrush, scrapbooking paper, and if you have it, like the foam craft brushes. I didn't have that pictured here, but I did use one of those for this project. Before I started painting, I just took a piece of scrap paper and I went through and I just made marks. I mean, you could, if you're more of a measurement person, you could take measurements, but I just made little like hash marks with my pencil to figure out what size little rectangles I'd need to cut out of the scrapbooking paper later on while my paint was drying. So I made these as like a little guide, and then I got them all cut out, and then I was set. I had kind of like my form, my mold, whatever you want to call it, so that I knew what size to cut out each of those little papers when it came time to do that. I had planned to wait and cut all these little rectangles out while my first coat of paint was drying, but I kind of just got on a roll and I decided to cut all of them out beforehand. So I happen to have one of these paper cutting tools that I love to use, but if you have scissors, those work just as great. And yeah, just cut out all of the little rectangles that you'll need for the project, and then when you're all done with that, then it's time to get to painting. My daughter loves to pop in and help me with projects anytime she gets the chance, but since this project is actually for her nail polish, she was extra excited to help Mom out on this one, and I'm always happy to have her help out, so that was fun. And I was also going to make note, when you're doing this, there's no sense in painting the bottoms of this just because it's going to be covered by scrapbooking paper anyway, so you might as well save time and your paint. So no need to paint the middles of the bottom of this box. Just really quick, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, it really helps me out as I'm getting going. I'm still a fairly new YouTuber here, and I also would love likes and comments if you have any advice or if you're enjoying this type of content. It just helps me know what you, the viewer, are actually interested in. So I would love to know, though, what's your favorite item from around your own home that you have made over for free or for low cost? That you still just like find tons of joy in having in your home. If this is something you guys enjoy, when this video is done, I'm going to take you guys around and show you a few of my favorites from around my house that I DIY'd long before YouTube. So stick around for that at the end. I always think that's fun to see what other people come up with, and the creativity that others have just blows my mind. And so hopefully you'll find a little bit of inspiration from things around my house too. And I'm just so glad you guys are here. I'm having a ton of fun with this project so far. So hopefully you guys are enjoying it too. All right, the fun part now, Mod Podge time. I always love when I get to a point like this in a project where it's time for me to add like this. So in this particular case, add the scrapbooking paper to the bottoms of each of these little rectangles. It's so fun because you're finally getting to see your project take shape and come together. So when you apply the Mod Podge, just do like a really thin coat. So you don't want it all clumped up in the bottom of these because it will make the paper kind of like warp and buckle. So if you just do like the thinnest little coat, make sure you get down in all of those corners. That's when a foam brush like this really comes in handy, because it can get in those 90-degree spaces where the bottom of the box and the sides meet. But make sure you really go along and press down along all the edges like I'm doing here, so you get a good nice seal of that paper, and that'll just ensure that it doesn't bubble up anywhere or buckle at all. Now that I just told you guys to use a foam brush, here you'll see that I actually switched and moved to a paintbrush instead. So because the space in these little rectangle shaped spots in this box were so narrow, I was having a really hard time getting the foam brush to get good coverage, and it was leaving like too much Mod Podge in the bottom. So anyways, I moved to a paintbrush, and I'm not sure that it worked better, but I decided to finish it out. Now that we have all of these little rectangular pieces of scrapbook paper adhered to the bottom of the box with the Mod Podge, I like to let it dry for about an hour or so before we begin applying the top coat, which will seal it all in. Sealing in the entire exterior of this box will just ensure a good solid coat, and will also allow you to wipe the whole thing clean, since it'll be in a bathroom where there's hairspray and all sorts of things being sprayed all the time. So it's good to seal it all in. I like to use these foam craft brushes for projects like these, and especially when I'm working with Mod Podge. just because it allows you to get down into those 90-degree angles on the corners of these and where the bottom and the sides all meet. And so you want to seal the paper in really, really good. And also just do like when you're going across the top of the paper, you just want to skim the top so that it's not, if you just like cake the Mod Podge on there, it'll sometimes cause the paper to warp, and you don't want that to happen. So see, I'm making like a nice smooth top coat. That's what you want. It also allows for, you know, those brush strokes not to be seen once the Mod Podge all dries. If you are not familiar with Mod Podge, if you haven't used it before, please don't be alarmed if you use it and you notice this like white caked on appearance as you're applying it. It does take a bit of time to dry, so if I pan here to the first little rectangle I did, look how good that one looks. So eventually when it dries, it will look like that. So just don't panic. I remember having those moments of panic when I first started using this stuff, but it's perfectly normal. Okay, so it's all done, and I feel like it turned out just exactly the way I envisioned it, which is always the best. But I'm just so excited that this was a free project. I literally didn't spend any money on this, and it's adorable and just kind of fun and whimsical. And I already shared that we're going to be using this for nail polish in my kids' bathroom, but I also thought it'd be fun to show some different ways you could use this exact same thing for other items. So I will show you that. Obviously you'd probably want to do like different colors, maybe different scrapbook paper in the background, but you could use this for so many cool things. So I'm going to show you guys really quick what else I would use this for if I was looking for ideas. How fun would that be in a little boy's room or a little girl's room, but just to display cute little tiny trains. These are like the little mini trains, but even like the bigger size line of Thomas the Train trains would possibly fit in these, and it would be so cute. Just a fun way to display their fun little trinkets. What little kid doesn't love Matchbox cars? I know my daughter has her own collection. This would be so fun with the right scrapbook paper in the background for a little dresser top or a little display shelf in your kids' bedroom, or even on the wall in a playroom would be really fun. This little shelf is also fairly versatile, so you could have it displayed horizontally, or you could have it on display vertically, which is how we'll use it for our nail polish. But I thought a fun little thing that this would be great for would be for storing essential oils. So just to show you like kind of what I mean, that would be just like the perfect size little shelf to display those, you know, either in a kitchen or in a bathroom, even in a bedroom. But it's nice to find fun little ways to make everyday items that we use look pretty and fun, while also having, you know, a functional space to store them in. So I just love this little shelf. It's so fun. Yeah. Okay, so Zenly is going to show us, if this was a little shelf for in her bedroom, how she would use it. So go ahead and show us, sis, what you'd like to do. Oh, she would use it for her little Woodsies toys. So not sponsored or affiliated, obviously, but we sure do love our little Woodsies toys. And Zenly loves to display trinkets. I think all little kids do. So go ahead. You want to put the rest of them in there? Show them how you do it. Ooh, so cute. Yeah, she can kind of lean in there. Yeah, there you go. Good problem solving. There you go. This would also be cute, sis, for like your Barbies, or you know what, for your Polly Pockets. So many uses for this free little project we put together, huh, Zen? Maybe that one can be taking a nap. There you go. You could also probably use this for your billions of chapsticks, huh? Cute. What do you think, sis?
Good.
Do you like it?
Yeah. Put this stuff.
Well, I already did those things. So that's Zenly's idea. She thought her little Woodsies toys would be really cute in there, which they are. Aren't these toys the cutest? They're so fun. But it's fun to have like a little tiny display shelf for whatever items bring you joy, or whatever items you maybe need to store or organize. Okay, Zenly and I apologize if it's kind of echoey in here, but we're in the bathroom. This is the kids' bathroom, and this is where we'll be actually using the nail polish little display thing that we made. So this is our current nail polish system, huh, Zenly?
Yeah.
It's kind of, is that working out very well for us?
No.
No.
Because we have to like squish stuff.
We have to squish stuff in, huh, because we ran out of room. And so it's messy, it's not organized.
So then we can put anything in here and put stuff in here so it would be organized.
Exactly. So we're thinking what we're gonna maybe divide it out and like put like maybe.
Actually, no. Take all of the nail polish out, and then we're gonna put some of the tall ones are gonna go in the big ones, and the small ones are gonna go in these two small ones.
Yeah, it sounds like you have a good plan, huh? So first maybe we can go through and categorize your nail polishes, like by glitters and maybe colors, and then we'll figure out your favorite ones.
Maybe we should even put a marble on there too.
Maybe for like a decoration.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Zen. How about should we get to work?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, so I sorted all of the colors by glitter, pink and purple, white and clear, and green. That's it.
You did a good job.
Yeah.
So we're ready to organize them on your stand now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm ready. So I'm all done doing. I'm all done doing this. I put these two and then these two and then these two together, and then I put this one just by itself, and these two together, and these two together, and these two together. This one by itself, and this one by itself.
Good job, Sissy. It looks so good.
Yeah.
Do you like your new nail polish shelf?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it will help you be more organized and see what you have.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are we gonna do tonight now?
Paint my nails.
Yeah, they'll be so fun. Do you already know which ones you're gonna use?
Yeah.
Which ones?
I'm gonna use this one, I think, or this one, or this one.
Okay. Those are all good choices. I love how it turned out. It looks so cute, huh?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Good job. You want to say bye?
Bye.
All right. I hope you guys enjoyed this fun, quick, simple, and free project. I sure enjoyed doing this, and I hope you enjoyed Zenly's little guest appearance. As she popped into the video, she had a blast doing that, and she's very excited about her new nail polish shelf. So, as promised, I have some bonus footage. I'm going to take you guys around and just show you some little projects that I did before I started my YouTube channel that, were free. I just used items from around my house that I had on hand and maybe altered just a bit. All right, our first stop is in Zenly's bedroom, and I've got her little hair bows and hair clips and things displayed on this. It's actually just a cookie cooling rack that we spray painted in a shade of pink that matches a bunch of the accessories and things in her bedroom. So fabulous idea for free, and it's really cute and functional. Next up is an item also from Zenly's bedroom, and this was just a dollar store wreath that I had sitting around for years, and I wrapped it in some cute fabric that I had, and then I made all these little flowers and petal pieces. So it's still on her bedroom wall, and it's just adorable. It helps tie everything together in her room. These next items are from the top of the stairs in our upstairs hallway. So this first item here is just a picture frame that I already had on hand, and so I painted it, and then I put a piece of scrapbook paper as the background, and I had a ton of really cool keys that I actually purchased at thrift store years ago, so I spray painted them. And that red key is actually the key from our very first house, so has special meaning as well. And then this next piece was a painting that my sons did a long time ago, and I actually just wrapped the painting, like the paper itself, around a shoebox lid. So that's what this is, but it appears as if it's a canvas because it's dimensional. So fun way to display special artwork that your kids create. And then this picture frame here, I spray painted it red. And then the picture of the lady with the balloons, is actually a greeting card. So I covered up the little happy birthday wording on it and put this scrapbooking sticker across the top of that says things I love. And it's just so fun and cheerful, and I love seeing it at the top of my stairs in my hallway. I actually have two really fun gallery walls here at the top of our stairs in this hallway, and I will have to show you guys the full view of that sometime. It's super duper cute and very cheerful and welcoming. This piece is on the second gallery wall in our hallway, and it actually is supposed to look like a vintage postcard, and it says, "Will you go with me?" And it was kind of advertising for this event that happens here nearby to my hometown, and I just thought it was so cute, so fun and whimsical, and with a piece of scrapbook paper behind it, it just looks adorable, and it's a perfect little addition to our wall. You've probably seen this set up in the background of some of my intros or some of my videos, but this is actually just an empty Bath & Body Works candle, but I love the pattern on that, so I keep it and use it as, like, you know, a decor piece. And then just another mason jar I sponge painted in this mustardy yellow and put some greenery in it, and I just love how this looks. It's fun, and it matches a bunch of the other mustard yellow details in my house. Next, from over on our blue little cabinet hutch that I've done a couple of videos about, I just painted like kind of almost like a whitewash style a spaghetti sauce can, so something that was totally free, we already had and we used. It otherwise would have ended up in the recycling, but I decided to repurpose it, and it's got some greenery tucked in there, and I just love the texture and everything that it adds. Okay, here's another spot where I used something that was completely free. And don't mind my office quote, obviously not sponsored or affiliated, but I am obsessed with The Office. That's one thing you'll learn about me if you keep following my channel, because random office things are definitely going to sneak their way into my videos. But this was actually a pickle jar, a humongous pickle jar, and I used chalk paint, and then I used some, like I went through and roughed it up with just like a really light gray sandpaper. And then I also went through and smudged like some gray paint just to accent the bumps on the jar. But it's big. I actually use it as like a real vase. Right now it's got some silk flowers displayed in it, but you know, it's absolutely free, and it's, I don't know, I think it turned out so cool for being like a, I mean, unless you look up close, you don't know it's a pickle jar. I just love how that one turned out. So that is one of my favorites. I did that several years ago, and it has managed to stay around my house. These little flowers, I don't really know what you'd call these, greenery. They're kind of like fun little, almost like pom-pom looking flowers, but they're looking kind of sad. They need like redispersed and reconfigured in this container. But my whole point was just to point out that I love to use like cans from, I think this was like a humongous can of maybe like tomato sauce. But I love to use cans like this, like that silver looks so cool, and I love the dimension and the texture that the little, whatever you call these, this, that this brings. So especially when it's displayed in the right way, I set this on top of this. I love to use like old books and random things. Like this is a vintage dictionary from when I was a kid. Anyways, I love to add little touches like that to my decor. But these cans, like everyday items that typically you toss in the recycling or in the garbage, are a fabulous way to add some interest and some free decorations to your home. So yeah, totally free, and I love it. I know I already showed some mason jars that had been chalk painted, but just another example of just how pretty, you know, it's a very simple thing that you can do, but with some greenery in there. You can do this in whatever color, you know, to match your decor or the theme that you have in your home, but I just love how cute this is. So oftentimes we'll have this displayed on our island I guess it's not technically an island. Like our peninsula upstairs is kind of like a little centerpiece for that. And we've used it for parties to put like silverware, napkins, straws, things like that in. But right now it's displayed with some little greenery. And I love that this is a project that you can do for free if you happen to have some mason jars laying around your house. I hope you guys enjoyed coming along today on this journey as we made over this plain and simple box that was supposed to be something that landed in the recycling, but we repurposed it and made it something beautiful. And even better, it was all for free. So thanks again for spending time with me here today. I hope you guys will consider subscribing and go ahead and hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss any future videos. And I just thank you guys so much for being here to renovate life with me. Can't wait to see you guys next time. Bye.